Hi, and welcome back to another LunaCraft video. And in today's video, I am going to be teaching you guys how to build robots. Now, these aren't going to be anything with redstone because I'm horrible with redstone. I followed tutorials and it still doesn't work. So anyway, let's get started. Most of these can be built in regular Minecraft. I will have one that would require a mod, and that would be the armor stand mod, and that is in my description below. So first we're going to start with two simple ones. These are flying ones, and they're made with white concrete and black concrete, an item frame, and one big redstone torch, and let's see, a fire charge, ender pearl, and Eye of Ender. I am using the animated item mod. This is not required for any of these builds. It'll work fine just without it. So these are going to be flying robots, and these are just going to be like hovering on their own. So throw in our item frames. And this one I like to call the observer because of his big eye. And, you know, we can rotate how we want the eye to blink. We want to make it a bit unsettling and have it blink that way. And this one's the interceptor because I used the fire charge on it. Now you are going to need an item command, the invisible item frame command. Best for you guys to look it up because I can never get it right when I try to type it, or use a mod that lets you use an item to activate it. So in my case, I'm using I do have a mod that lets me do the splash potion of invisibility on it. And the trick with using this one, you just want to aim a little bit above it. Okay, so there we have well, they're not done yet. So we're going to give him a little antenna. And we're going to go back here because I want to grab the lever. Did I have... yep, I did add a lever. So I'm going to grab the lever. And you can flip it back like this. So it kind of looks like he's got little fins flying around. And you can have it in whatever position you prefer. Now there are alternatives to this. So you can use from the pyrite redstone. Well, actually from the pyrite mod. You can grab torch levers. And these work the same as the levers, they just have lights on them. So you can have them floating like that. Drop down in this hole here. So you can just make like a little bit of a different version of it. Or if you don't want to use the Eye of Ender, you can use the Ender Pearl. And you know, you can do the same for this one if you want to add little arms and legs to it, or maybe stabilizers to help it fly. Just gonna knock those out. That was weird with the item frame. I've never seen it do that. So I'm just gonna plop some of these levers down here because it is getting dark. So we're going to keep the item frame because I think we're going to need it for the rest. Well, not for the rest, but Ignore the growling in the background. So we're going to grab our furnace, smoker, and our stone cutter. There is a couple other items I forgot to put in here. So I do want to grab the grinding stone. And blast furnace. And let's also grab a fence while we're here. And it really doesn't matter whatever type of fence you want to put with it. I think I'm going to do the... let's see if I can find a gray one. So I'm just going to do the stone fence gate. It's actually, you want a fence gate. Sorry, guys. So first we're going to put down the gate. And let's put the smoker on top of it. Actually, the blast furnace. So there he has his little legs. He is floating, but that's okay. You do need the debug for stick. And that all you do is / give your name. You type in debug, it will come up. So you want Minecraft debug stick. Click that and then hit enter. That one I can do for some strange reason. So you want to left click it until it's... Yeah, I have to remember to hit shift. So left click until it says lit, and then right click to light it, to set the light to true. And I am going to give this one a little bit of a head. So this is where the skulls come into play. And whenever you're using any of the blast furnaces or anything like that that you can activate the build on, you do need to hit the shift key before you place it. So you need to hold shift and then click. And I just want to grab a... Now this with the lever can be a little bit tricky now that we've added the lit furnace to it, because I think if we light it, we turn it off. Oh, well no, we can move it. I was afraid if we switch the lever either up or down, it wouldn't work. Oh, you know what, but it did affect our fence gate. So we have this guy here. I'm going to keep him up. I should have kept the others up for the group picture afterwards. Oh well. So next we're going to do our stone grinder. We're going to drop him down like this. And then we're going to use the debug stick. So we're going to have him facing to the ceiling. And then we're going to grab another one of him. Hit shift and put it on top. I'm going to run back over here and grab my TNT. Throw my glass away. So you can do the heads, but I don't think the heads work too well. But ideally the skulls, so either like the regular skull or the wither skull. In this case, we're going to grab the wither skull. And we're going to smack it. I keep forgetting, gotta remember to hit shift. So we're going to put that on there. And we're going to use a debug stick again, because I don't like how that looks. So we're going to hit shift. So we're going to have it facing towards the ceiling. So it looks like he's on little rollers. I'm just going to drop it down, the step on it. Give us a little bit of height. And we're going to hit shift. And he's going to be our TNT throwing robot. Him, I don't think you want to mess with. So now we're going to use our smoker. So we are going to put down some TNT because I do want to make this one a flying robot. Now we're going to use our debug stick. And remember to hit shift to light it. I'm going to grab our picture frame and hit shift and put it on the bottom. But before we do, no, that's what we want to do. So we're either going to grab a magnum block or a glowstone. Get rid of that bush. We don't need it. And then you can put it right here. So it kind of looks like he has a little engine. But I think the glowstone looks better. Now, if you have the extended blocks mod, actually, you don't even need that. You could probably do it with a slab. No, the slab is going to come out too big. Let's see. You can do a glowstone quarter piece. Now that is from the extended block mod, but yeah, you're going to need the picture frame. It's going to be too big, but you can play around with the different pieces until you find which one you like, but I'm just going to stick with the regular glowstone. And we're just going to use our splash potion of invisibility. Invisibility. And it doesn't really matter which one you use, I don't think. Or at least I haven't come across an issue with it. So, and we're going to give him head. This time I think we're going to use the regular skull head. Next, we're going to use the auto crafter. And we're going to grab a fence again. Actually, fence gates. This time I'm grabbing an andesite. But it really doesn't matter which one. So I'm going to plop them down here. And I'm going to sit down our auto crafter on top of it. So we're going to left click. And when it says crafting, you want to right click it so it has this little mouth. And grab this lever here. And we can give them little arms. So there's that version. And then we can do one where we give them a little roller. And we can give him his little arms again. Maybe I might have put it, yeah, I put that too close, but we could just roll around like that. Maybe that's the screaming robot. So we're going to do another version of the grindstone one. Trying to figure out where would be a good place to put him. Let's put him up here. I am so clumsy, guys. Okay. So we want that facing the ceiling. And this one we just want to be right on top. I was not sure using TNT. Standing on TNT is the safest thing. But so we can do that. And let's give him little arms too. Yes, when we can't put levers on, my mistake. You could be some sort of security officer. Okay. Now there is one more that I did want to show you guys. I didn't use all the blocks. But like anything that's kind of like metal looking can be good to build a robot. Let's try something with the anvil. And I do like using the blast furnace. I do want to do a couple other builds, so let's grab the blackstone. A good lineup. We don't need you right now. So we put that one there. And let's grab the grindstone again. Always remember to hit shift. Don't do what I do and keep forgetting that. Is there a way to hit shift while you're in the air and creative and not fall down? Actually, let's reverse that. I'm gonna make this one look a little bit more buff. Let's keep it with the color scheme. He does look a bit like a knight, doesn't he? You know, so we can't put levers on him, but he still looks good. Do you like the floating embers from the width or his skull? I'm going to put this one towards the back because I want this one to be a floating one. And just to give you guys a different variation, we'll make this one be really high up. So come under, put our picture frame. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, well, that idea. Well, let's see. Maybe it can work. It does kind of look a little bit like a motor. So that is a stone cutter. And have it like that. Or actually, don't really like how that looks. So we're going to grab an eye of ender. Or ender pearl. Then hit it with a splash potion. And so the last one I'm going to build, I'm going to have to clear this area a little bit. As I said, I kind of want to get a group picture. Is this one you are going to need the mod, the armor stand mod, for parts of it. So we can come back over here and grab a couple of items. So like my smooth iron. And let's grab a stone. Definitely need a stone cutter for this. So you're going to put down your iron, like so. And then you want your stone cutter. So we want this one to be a big one. So we're going to grab and put his head on. Now here where it gets a little bit tricky because you are going to have to, oops, don't want that there. You are going to have to line up with the armor stands. So, I'm going to place them like that. And we're going to give each one, we come to items, we're going to give each one a grindstone. If you have one. Oh, a debug stick. Grindstone. This is where the fun with this thing. So, you do want to turn gravity off. You don't want to make it invisible yet. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to pose and scale. So I'm right clicking the sword, that's the hand we have our grindstone in. So you can see X moves it up and down. Y moves it in and out. So I kind of want to move it in this way. And Z moves it like this. So I want something like that. So I'm going to come here. Not there yet. So now we're going to go to scale. So we're going to want this to be kind of a big guy. I'm going to go to move. So these does give you the coordinates. So we want to move it down. Then this is where I get confused because I can never remember which is left and right. And that's going to change depending on which direction you're looking. So once we have it, and I think that looks pretty good, we're going to go back to red. We're going to take the utilities on here. We're going to take away the base. We have it. Now we want to set it to invisible. And then we're going to exit out of it and do that, and it should stay like that. Now we're going to do the same on this side. So make sure you always click whatever sword. So this hand here is going to be the sword. This hand here is going to be the shield. So let's get it kind of in position. And I forgot to check. And you can always see it. Once you get done playing around with it for a while, I find it does blend into the background better. So that's going to be about 1.5 times we've increased it. So right click on this, come to here. Oh, nope, scale. And we want to do 1. That's close enough. And now we want to. Oh, and that's because I goofed. So we're going to break it. Okay, and if you look here, I am a bit off. So I'm going to readjust it. Oh, see, I'm on the head, not. This is why it's always good to look at it from multiple directions. Come back to the move. So come back and do the same thing here. Yeah, it won't let me select grindstone. back here. V1 affected by gravity. No, that's very important. If you don't shut that off, you'll see it how my other armor stand drop down. This one will do the same. So I'm going to back out for a second, come around here, because I want these two to match up. I'm going to see if we can do that. So we want him to come down to about there. We have him moving in the wrong direction. I want him to move closer to the shoulder. Probably could have him come up a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to change the stand to invisible. So we're going to grab two more armor stands. Try to get them as close as possible. It's going to be a little bit difficult because it's registering that something's blocking it. So I'm going to turn off gravity. I'm going to, step back this way. So first we are going to try to get this rotated back out. Grab a grindstone and give it a grindstone. Okay, there we go. Oop. That was right the first time. So we are going to bring the scale of that up, the same to that we had the other one. I don't think it has to be exact, but so you'll see me moving around to make sure that I am getting the right view. So I'll bring it this way. Kind of like that. And yeah, that's gonna look a little bit funny. That's my fault. I didn't take that into consideration when I was first putting it together. So this is, the adjustments are a lot of trial and error, I find. So I get to come back over here. We can move it a little. No, I think that's good. And so now we're going to go here and tell him to be invisible. So we're going to do the same with this guy. Let's grab a grindstone. We're going to add a grindstone. Do. And always make sure to turn gravity off if you're going to be moving them around a lot. Just adjusting his size. Now click on his right arm. You can see him a bit out of the frame, so I'm going to readjust. And this is a lot of tinkering at times. So I'm going to move them. First, over till he's just touching. Then I'm going to try to move them back. And then we're going to start to move them down. So I'm going to right click this one. And I'm going to bring him down just a little bit. And we're going to go back to the positioning of the arm. So it's a lot of moving around and looking at how stuff interacts. Oops. Always click on the arm. So as you see. So now, because I did readjust it, this one I did forget to rotate. That's Z. If you make a mistake, you can hit Control Z. I think it has up to like 20 or 30 redos. Undos, actually, not redos. So we're good there. Well, that's why that's looking so much longer than the other one. Okay. Because I didn't do the arms the same way. So when you saw it went black there, I was interacting with another object. And we're just going to make this one invisible. And there is our custom robot. Thank you very much for coming to this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, these are great for, space stations, military bases, or like me, adding some to my super secret base that is not super secret because you guys can see it. Thank you guys very much, and I hope you have a good evening. Bye!